manipulate. So it's important that we aim this properly. So we know that this is more along the target line. Would you say that's more at the black?
Definitely.
Okay. So we also know our feet need to be on somewhat of a parallel.
Railroad track.
Yeah, exactly. So if that's parallel left, that's probably going to feel like you're, to you, feeling like you're aiming 30 yards left, right? Miles to the left, you feel like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I'm way over here.
Yeah, okay. Well, your body is, but that would send this ball if it went dead straight right at the target.
Yeah.
So when you turn away now, okay, and ball position's good, right? As opposed to the irons, it's just letting your arms hang. Let me see the club. Let them just hang. Okay. And the only difference we're going to have here is the ball is a little further away and a shade forward. So if you play the irons somewhere between the logo and your buttons, the driver may be more under your armpit.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So now, when you take this club back, we're going to turn and get that right hip out of the way, just like with the iron, so we're turning around the spine. Yeah. There you go. And then, how does that start down? Yeah, good. Perfect. And then from there, don't be afraid to feel like you're releasing that club. You like to hang on. That's why you hit the blocks. I want you to feel like you're releasing that. Now, good players, when they can release it underneath like that, they have the club go fast. Not everybody can do that because they tend to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have any worry about you doing that because now you understand we're trying to be under that plane. What I want you to feel like you're doing though is aiming properly, and look where your feet are pointed already. Yeah, so this is going to be something we battle.
Yeah.
So you miss right because you hit blocks, but it's a block on top of being aimed too far right, which is why it goes sometimes way right.
I think the idea in my head was that if you want to hit a ball left, you have to aim right, and if you want to hit a ball right, you have to aim left. And so I feel like in order to play a draw, or I have to be aimed way over here and then try to.
How about we instead of aiming there, let's just swing where we want it to start.
Swing where we want it to start.
Okay. So we still got to aim like we're aiming at a target, and we're gonna have a little shape on this because we're gonna hit it from the inside, and you're gonna release the club, and the ball's gonna start where the face is pointed, which is gonna be a little right because that's where we swung.
Yep.
But the rotation of the face, is going to be enough that it's going to start the ball out to the right and allow it to draw. Okay.
Yeah.
But you need to feel like there's this action at the bottom and not that action.
That action.
Okay?
Still trying to flip it.
Not
flip, but
no, but
turn,
it's not that arm.
Turn my hand.
It's not that arm.
That arm.
So when you get here, it's that.
That.
Yeah. So we feel that action.
Okay.
And that's exaggerated, but yes, I want you to feel like your left hand is making this action. Boom. Notice I haven't done anything. My upper body hasn't chased it. I'm not doing this. Right? I want you to feel like that's happening. So you're still, there you go. So let's see what we get when you feel like you're staying under. So turn that right hip back, right? So we're turning around your spine. You feel like you're releasing that club a little bit earlier, left hand rotating. I think that was a foot left of the target. That's no good at all, is it?
No, that's too easy.
Can't have that.
That's too easy.
So you actually hit the flag from 245 or whatever it is to that. That was pretty good.
So I really just on that, keeping not this
right
thing back and just
well, and for a while until you start hitting shots that maybe draw a little too much, it'd be hard for you to overcook releasing that club earlier.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you turned so well, and it was like, I don't know who it was. I think it was Nicholas a million years ago that said, if you turn well, you can't release it too early, which flies in the face of everything you've ever read or seen. But if you think about it, if you turn beautifully, you need to.
You have to.
Release
You
that
have
club,
to get it as
right?
soon as possible.
Okay, let's just start right at the beginning before that. And I like what you do where you set up and put that online. What I'd like to see you do is put the putter down and then take your stance. Because you kind of get in there with your feet and put the putter down almost secondary. So now if it's offline, it has no chance to go in.
So so instead of, so I kind of do this, where I try to line my feet up and then do that.
Well, unless the putter's attached to your feet, that's probably kind of backwards to do it that way.
So I should get my line.
Now set up around that. Because you might find that you don't stand, because you stand pretty kind of closed here, which is going to point everything a little bit right at target.
Yeah.
But that's pretty normal. Righties aim right.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing in the world. We do it all the way through the bag. So you gotta kind of fight what you're doing right there, because at the moment your feet are, now if the ball took off on a parallel line to that,
going way over there where that shadow
miles
is.
to the right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's kind of get that thing set, the putter set behind, and the feeling might be that you're a little bit
open to the...
open to that. You won't be, but it might feel that way. And then let's make sure that ball position is somewhere out over here. Like, you've got it kind of under your chin. I'd rather see you feel like you can, when the ball's a little bit further forward, and this will feel awkward at first, but don't you feel like you can look down the line a little better? It would be like if you were trying to shoot a rifle, would you have it back here when you're pulling the trigger, or would you have it down there so you could look down the barrel?
Out in front of you.
Okay, so let's see if we can put the putter down, have a little more square stance, and let's look down the barrel.
That one was too far away from me. I feel like I want to be...
If you want to get closer to it, that's fine. I just don't want you to get...
Not here.
Right, yeah. Almost, let's push the envelope. Let's have it feel like it's a little further forward. Yeah, don't be afraid to feel like a shaft leaning a little. That's okay. Alright, go ahead and go with that. And then the third thing I would add to that is trying to get the feeling that there's less hit at the bottom, and both of those have barely reached the hole, right? So the tendency is to try to hit it hard. I would rather have you feel more like the stroke is a little bit longer, so the same kind of tempo, the same rhythm, but feel like when the putter goes through the hitting area, the ball kind of melts on the face. There isn't this kind of violent thing at the bottom. Just have the handle go back and the handle go through, and see if you can get that feeling. That way you're not manipulating the club face.
That makes sense.
You know, you're not trying to hit it, which could do all kinds of things at the bottom, right? If you try to hit it, it could open the face, it could shut it, it could add loft, it could de-loft it. So I just want you to feel like the handle goes back, handle goes through,